Today I have started work on my Unity project. Though what I have done today is work on my main menu rather than the actual game just yet. Every single project I do, I always want to try and better some bonus task, meaning that's why I end up creating a paused menu or a main menu in my projects. Now the same applies here where I want to make a pause menu and a main menu in my game. But this time I want to adapt newer techniques that I've not done before. One of them is the fade out fade in technique. Now if I will just be quiet for a second so you can see, it will go ahead and fade through two different scenes. Now if I click start, it will also fade again, but I don't have a scene for my level just yet, so it'll just be a blank scene. For the intro section, all that is done is simply all that is done is basically just using the fade animation. If I go towards the image, you can see here that how it works is it will go ahead and start with a blank square as seen by that, and when it reaches 1 second, it stays into a fade in, and it lasts a second being transparent, and then it will go back to fading out. I've done this because the introduction doesn't require any button inputs. It's just simply going to showcase the logo, and that is it. Moving forward, we have the next scene, which is the main menu. Now, this scene does have a whole button input towards it. So let's say if I go ahead and click on the animation for the image, so again, it fades in, and then it has a separate animation for fading out. Now, if I go ahead and go onto the level, you can see that the start button is a part of the canvas, and the canvas is linked towards the camera. That is not important, but what is the fact that I have gone ahead and added the script into the image, and then with the button, I connect the image towards it. And then it allows me to go ahead and use the Go Games part that's in the open game script. If I go ahead and showcase that now, what you see here in front of you is the script to load the game, and this is simply just the script for the intro. As seen here, it just waits 3 seconds and then loads the main menu scene. Now, the main menu scene has a different thing where it has an animator towards it with a bool. So what this does is the Go game is basically the button. So when you press the button, it will set the bool for press to be true. And it will start the whole waiting 3 seconds to load the next scene. But to link towards this is the fact that if I go back onto Unity, the animator shown here has a bool called pressed, and it will link towards the fade out when the press is true. The problems that I have been facing towards making this is the fact that I have gone through many different alterations because I am new towards Unity again. It has been a while since I've last been here, and that means, of course, I come into a lot of problems when scripting because I do not exactly remember how to do a lot of scripts. That being said, I believe I've done a good job here in creating a short, simple script that allows the main menu to work smoothly and not just jump between scenes. The next things I'll probably end up doing another day is I will start working on the level. Now, I believe I have a plan to have a short little animation of the level, as seen by my animation in the site under my practical skills section. I hope to add that into my scene where it showcases the level in its full and then it fade into the actual level so that you can play it. I have also gone ahead and uploaded every single sprite work made so far into separate sections like the office, the player, and the model, which is used in the intro. Going back to explain it, yes, I'm using the 3D section to add my 3D box model into the scene so that it can add this into my project. As seen here, there's a lot of different groups towards it, like the eyes and mouths and all sorts of things like that. And moving forward, we have the officer, which has had his thing sprite separated. Now, how I separated it is by selecting sprite mode, and instead of being single, you set it to multiple. And from there, you click on the sprite editor. Now, if it shows, the sprite editor. The sprite editor shown here showcases all the sprite in its entirety. And what I would do is I would go on slice and set to cell size. And from there, going by the size of my sprite following the canvas size in Aseprite, I can go ahead and just use that to my advantage. And from there, it creates all separate sprites. And then I also name them one by one to ensure that they can be used in an animation correctly. For example, if I go ahead into just a level, for example, and then I grab the officer of him drinking, it'll go ahead and create an animation for him called drink, and from then it will go ahead and start scene with the officer drinking, of course. If I actually move the sprite backwards. And if you shrink it, the quality doesn't get ruined as much, so you do not have to worry about that. Now, yeah, my biggest worries have been, of course, these sprites completely ruining in quality. That is why I'm trying my best to get these sprite works to work, and as well as getting all the animations working fine without ruining the quality of my sprite work. This is a troubling task to do because, of course, Unity's shrinking kind of blurs the image, which is why I'll probably end up doing something as simple as changing the quality to high and this to be linear, and from then on out it can go ahead and compress properly, and then I can stick this in here and then just replace drink from there. I can shrink it and the quality may not be so bad. This does involve a lot of testing, so I will go over and see what else I can do, and I'll update you later on for any solutions. Anyway, that is all I'm going to be saying for today. And I will update you on the progress the next time.